Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. A Kennebec County Superior Court judge sentenced the Gardner man to decades behind bars today after he was convicted of murder and attempted murder.
23-year-old Dylan Ketchum was sentenced to 45 years for the murder of Jordan Johnson, along with 20 additional years for the attempted murder and elevated aggravated assault of Caleb Trudeau. The crimes took place on January 25, 2020, when the three men agreed to meet at an empty ball field for a fist fight. However, Ketchum came armed. Ketchum reportedly shot Johnson in the head and then viciously attacked Trudeau, the only witness and survivor, with a knife. Defense attorney Stephen Smith says this is quote, "This is an example of young men coming together to exercise poor judgment," end quote.
We're very disappointed. Dylan went to a very difficult situation. Young men make foolish decisions. In our view, this was clearly a self-defense situation.
Well, the world is full of 20-somethings who don't kill people with firearms and hack people with machetes. We don't think he did this awful crime because of his youth. We think he did it because he's a thoroughly dangerous person.
Smith says he plans to appeal Ketchum's conviction and sentence.
A man is accused of entering a Portland middle school, going into the girls' bathroom and offering hypodermic needles to a student. Portland police now say they responded to King Middle School yesterday morning for a report of a suspicious man in the school. That man has been identified as 44-year-old Jacob Horwich. Police say they found Horwich across the street near the entrance to Deering Oaks Park. While he was in the school, police say he entered the girls' bathroom and offered a student hypodermic needles. The school district says the school never went into lockdown, and parents were notified of what happened a few hours later. Family members of students at King said they can't believe anyone was able to just walk right inside.
This could happen with anybody, and are they safe the rest of the day too? Like, what if they walk in behind somebody? Is there somebody there that's going to notice that two people came in instead of one? That's a concern.
When asked if the district is making any changes to the school security measures to prevent something like this from happening again, the district said, quote, "We are reinforcing the need to ensure all exterior doors are locked and also reinforcing our process for monitoring entrances," end quote. Right now, Horwich is charged with criminal trespass and violation of privacy, among other charges.
And in other news tonight, a fast-moving fire destroyed a home in Hamden early this morning. And were it not for the fast thinking of a 9-year-old, things could have been much worse. Fire crews were called to the scene on the Fowler Road in Hamden just after 1 o'clock this morning. The blaze was well underway when crews arrived. 9-year-old Cooper Adkins woke up and sensed that there was something wrong. When he looked out the window and saw fire, he sprang into action.
And I hear an alarm going off, and then I look outside and I see fire, and then I just rush to my mom's room and scream, and then I go run to my sister's room and tell her to wake up and there's a fire, and then we all go downstairs safely.
Well, everyone did get out safely. Officials say they had to shuttle water in from a hydrant on Western Avenue, which certainly made fighting the fire more difficult. That fire is still under investigation.
For the first time in years, there were no fallen Maine officers added to the Granite Memorial, remembering those who lost their lives in the line of duty. A.J. Douglas was there as members of law enforcement came together to honor the fallen.
Young and old and veteran and rookie, these men sacrificed their own lives to protect life and property in the state of Maine.
James A. Griffith, Maine State Police. John E. Webster, Hancock County Sheriff's Department.
Tuesday, lawmakers, officers, and family members of the Maine officers that lost their lives in the line of duty gathered together to pay their respects.
I think it's powerful for us as a profession, and I think it's incredibly powerful for the families and the intimate agencies that are involved with the individuals that lost their lives on behalf of the state of Maine and our residents.
Several speakers acknowledged the fact that this year no new names were added to the memorial, which currently holds the names of 88 members of law enforcement that have lost their lives protecting others.
We're so thankful that we don't have a name to add to the wall this year. We know that they're about to step off into an unknown every single shift, every single minute of every day, and we need them out there to keep our community safe.
We spoke to the widow of Charles E. Black, who lost his life in the line of duty almost 60 years ago. Black's family remembers how he put fatherhood above all else.
The day I brought my first child home, he opened the car door and he said, "Give him to me." It's important for me to pay honor to him.
In Augusta, A.J. Douglas for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, the city of Portland is now moving to clear out a homeless encampment in the Bayside neighborhood. Brad Rogers has the story. Oh, and it appears we're having a technical issue with that particular story. We'll try to bring it to you at a later time. Meanwhile, though, federal fishing managers say a staple catch for East Coast fishers is, in fact, overfished. They're cutting fishing quotas for Gulf of Maine haddock by around 80% to prevent a collapse of the population. Haddock are one of the most popular fish species in the U.S., particularly for New England seafood dishes like fish and chips. A recent scientific assessment finds Gulf of Maine haddock stock declined unexpectedly. They were added to an overfishing list last month. However, American fishers say that study was flawed. They fear losing out on haddock revenues, while other species, such as cod, have also declined. Consumers are still likely to find plenty of haddock, though, because most of it is imported.
The city of Portland is now moving to clear out a homeless encampment in the Bayside neighborhood, which we just told you about. Brad Rogers now with that story.
I've never been this down and out in my life.
Aaron is one of the people who'd been living in tents along the Bayside Trail. Today, he and others were forced to go looking for a new place to camp.
I lost my apartment in October. I don't have anywhere to go. There's no beds at the shelter. I thought public domain was we were allowed to pitch a tent. I guess they don't like it there.
The city says it takes a hands-off approach to campers when shelters are full. But city manager Danielle West says Bayside Trail had become a significant health and safety hazard to campers, the public, nearby businesses, and city staff.
I don't know what they're going to do. It's just going to keep shuffling.
Travis says he became homeless when police in Biddeford impounded his car and belongings. He's now living in a tent off the Four River Parkway. He says it's only a matter of time before the city forces them out, too.
The same thing is going to happen. This is the new Bayside, and then it's going to happen again. It's never going to stop until they do something.
With encampments growing at a significant rate, city leaders say they're working on long-term solutions to create housing and shelter capacity. In the short term, they're telling campers to connect with social services at 39 Forest Ave so they can be notified when shelter beds become available. The city is also offering to drive campers if they can stay with family or friends. And they're telling campers if they have to sleep outdoors, stay away from public roads or paths and keep your site small, clean, and safe.
You're pushing people from one neighborhood to another.
Campers say the city should be doing more to help them, like providing portable bathrooms and clean water to campsites.
I think there's enough land around where it's like they should, if people are going to stay in tents, they should set it up a little bit better.
What do you think the city should do about this?
I don't know. Lower the rent.
Well, in other news tonight, Acadia National Park is expecting a busy season this year. So before it gets too chaotic, our Devin Dagnall took the opportunity to meet with some of the park's rangers to talk about the work they do and why it's so important.
My name is Darren Belskis.
My name's Seamus Russett.
My name is Matthew Way.
My name is Amanda Pollock. Safety is our #1 priority here at Acadia National Park.
The difference, I think, is really our mission. It's a great mission. Conserve natural resources unimpaired for this generation, future generations. That's why I got started.
When you first come to Acadia, it's immediately evident how special this place is. What isn't immediately evident is all of the hard work that goes on behind the scenes to make this place such a wonderful place for you all to visit.
There's millions of people who enjoy Acadia every year, and inevitably when people are out on trails hiking, they're going to get injured, right? Accidents happen, people get hurt, and so having our ranger staff trained to be able to respond to emergency calls and to be able to help those visitors is extremely important.
This time of year, we're a little bit dry. The crew comes on, we do our informational briefing where we look at weather, fire danger, fire occurrence, and then we usually get into some kind of project work, or if fire danger is high or very high, then we may go out and start doing some patrols.
So ultimately, all of these pieces and all of the other divisions in the park are all working together towards that same goal to make sure that we can keep people and the wonderful places that you all love to come and visit safe.
How much I love Acadia, how much
Right.
you as well. I want to do so much more exploring in that park. When you realize how treasured that area is, it just makes their work seem so much more important and so much more gratitude for the work they do.
It really is a team effort too, but everyone echoing the same message. They're there to help the people and the wildlife that called that park home.
Yeah.
And it's just really great to see that effort really just coming to life, and everyone else being able to benefit from it, like us. So
you hope they have the manpower they need with how busy it's supposed to be. So
it's going to be a really busy season, and things are starting to heat up right now. I mean, temperature-wise, but also tourism-wise too.
Yeah,
They go hand in
conditions are
hand.
great for hiking these days. It's cool, but not super cold.
Right.
So definitely a good cause to get outdoors. Let's get a first check of our forecast and see what the conditions are, at least coming at us in the overnight.
Thank you so much, Beth. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Webb's RV. Come check out the spring and summer specials we have on RVs and campers. Don't forget, we have the sharpest pencil in town. Okay, folks, hopefully you had your umbrellas out there today. A couple of scattered showers here in town. Up north, though, we're looking at north of Millinocket, Greenville area. Much greater rain totals throughout the day today. It was pretty much raining for most of the day. Even a couple of snowflakes, can you believe it or not? A couple of snowflakes are starting to mix in the most northern part of the state right now. Not by Caribou, but actually a couple of flurries might be there as well, as temperatures really continue to cool on off. Our high temperatures earlier, around 64 degrees here in town, only 50s up north. It is a bit windy as well. Wind gusts are at around 20 miles an hour, sustained winds close to 13. Tonight, though, we're going to continue to have some breezy conditions. Temperatures cooling off, hovering close to 40 degrees. Beth?
Nice to see the rain has tapered off, and we don't need to worry about a rainy overnight.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. A dog lover in Ellsworth gets a prestigious award from the Small Business Administration.
And our David Ledford introduces us to some Bank of America employees who have come together to knit for a good cause. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come back.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, deck, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
Make this summer the summer of more fun and less worry with replacement windows from Renewal by Andersen. Now is the perfect time to call because we're having a Memorial Day sale with incredible savings on the most trusted family of window and patio door brands in America. Call for your free window diagnosis and begin your Renewal by Andersen signature service experience. A unique start-to-finish home improvement solution skillfully guided by Renewal by Andersen professionals. We're the best at window replacement because it's the only thing we do. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
It's Mayhem at Hanlon's Marine. Join us Thursday, May 18th through Saturday, May 20th for a 3-location open house and boat sale in Waterville, Belfast, and Hamden. Hanlon's Marine is New England's largest Yamaha outboard dealer. Get the best pricing and service on Godfrey and Bennington pontoons, Weldcraft, Alumacraft, and G3 fishing boats. Surf and ski with Mastercraft Stingray and Hurricane. Cruise with Jeanneau, Scout, Carolina Skiff, and Sea Chaser. All powered by the reliability of Yamaha. Don't miss the mayhem at Hanlon's Marine, Waterville, Belfast, and Hamden. ABC7, Fox 22, Jackson's Automotive, and Odyssey Auto Spa want to send you to see Lee Brice and Cole Swindell live in concert with special guest Louis Brice Friday, May 28th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and always offer a fair price. And Odyssey Auto Spa, offering a variety of services including detailing, window tinting, and wraps. Stop by and see us today. Win tickets to see Lee Brice and Cole Swindell May 28th on the Bangor waterfront.
I'm looking for a partner that I can invest $250,000 in. I'm looking for my next food star.
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, May 24th on Fox.
Hello, I'm Emma Smith, and coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear the latest out of Camp Capella as they launch their latest fundraising initiative. Plus, a workshop was held at the Orland Community Center to discuss maintaining important fish and wildlife habitats. We'll have these stories as well as your national news updates coming up on Good Morning Maine.
A local organization is teaching communities how they can help maintain wildlife habitats and also future-proof their own infrastructure. The Maine Audubon held a free informational Stream Smart workshop at the Orland Community Center this morning to explain the benefits of improving road stream crossings throughout the state. According to the GIS manager of Stream Smart, Sarah Haggerty, improvement of the crossings would allow for both aquatic and land-dwelling wildlife to migrate freely while also preparing roadways for larger storms.
It's such a wonderful benefit on both sides because fish and wildlife habitat gets reconnected and maintained, which is really important for fish who need to move and other even more terrestrial species that might otherwise go over the road. And at the same time, by having these bigger, better functioning road stream crossings, our roadways are protected, our bridges are protected, and that protects public safety. It protects our infrastructure and our investment in our infrastructure.
To learn more about stream crossing improvements, you can visit MaineAudubon.org.
A woman with a heart for canines is this year's Small Business Administration's Young Entrepreneur of the Year. Alyssa Nally owns Something to Wag About, a doggy daycare and grooming business in Ellsworth dedicated to the health and happiness of each pet that passes through its doors. Our Jody Hersey has more.
At Something to Wag About in Ellsworth, you'll find dogs of all shapes and sizes playing, being trained, or getting groomed by owner Alyssa Nally and her staff. Nally started the business in 2019 when she couldn't find a dog grooming company that promoted a fear-free environment for animals.
What I wanted to do was be a dog groomer, and I wanted to do it in a way that reflected my views towards animals. There wasn't a place in the area, so I had to become a boss.
Nally and her staff treat the animals as a whole, giving them rest breaks and healthy treats.
Rather than just doing the regular peanut butter Kong, we try to think of ingredients that are also health benefiting for dogs. Right now we have cottage cheese, frozen strawberries, and frozen bananas.
The staff also provides the dogs with skills they can use at home and at play.
We want to make sure they're not practicing unwanted behaviors that they're going to bring home to their parents, and give them some skills that will help their parents, like the recall and the sitting.
Nally is so community oriented that she even provides free grooms to the animals at the SBCA in Trenton, as well as the Ark Animal Shelter in Cherryfield.
I want to provide families with opportunities to bond with their animals, and I want to provide animals with opportunities to feel comfortable and happy.
Nally was recently named Maine's 2023 Small Business Administration's Young Entrepreneur of the Year, an honor she says she owes in part to her staff.
Like where I lack, they make up, and where they lack, I make up, and we just kind of lean on each other.
Nally will be formally recognized at the SBA's annual awards ceremony in Freeport on May 24th. In Ellsworth, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, a Belfast group is helping Maine nonprofits one stitch at a time. Our David Ledford has more.
While some may spend their shifts chatting with coworkers, one group of employees really spins a yarn.
Oh, thank you.
The Knitwits, a knitting club made up of a collection of Bank of America employees in Belfast, spend their work breaks crafting for a cause. The group meets twice a week to knit blankets, mittens, hats, and more for veterans organizations and other nonprofits in Maine, which they donate during the holiday season each year. What started in 2009 as a couple of knitting enthusiasts has grown to more than 20 members, plus volunteers. Members say that having the chance to give back to the community has made a difference in their lives.
There was a woman who had gotten a blanket that she loved. It just solidified everything that you want it to be, everything that you've worked hard for all year, and just to know that you're making a difference for other people is just perfect.
Between 2015 and 2022, the Knitwits have donated roughly 700 blankets to veterans organizations across the state. One founding member of the group spoke about what keeps her knitting after all this time.
It's the best Christmas I have ever had the first year we delivered those blankets. It was amazing. Some of the veterans never have visitors, so the staff will be grateful and say, you're the first person who's come to visit this particular veteran all year long.
In addition to blankets, members say the club has donated more than 1,700 hats over the years. For those interested in helping out in their own communities, club founders say start small and work your way up.
Definitely crochet. Just start crocheting a chain. It's a little more basic. It's a little more forgiving. If you make a mistake, you can take it out easier than knitting, where you've got to kind of start over.
In Belfast, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
There's such great humor in the name of the group,
Yes.
and such affection for what they're doing all at the same time.
I love it. You know, they're really just embodying that spirit of community service, but having fun and creating their own group environment at the same time. And I just love that, for them, it's less about the knitting itself and more about that moment.
And their own little community too.
Right. But that moment of them just donating all the things that they make is just so special. I just love that.
It definitely, like, the love behind what they do is conveyed in the giving.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome. Yeah. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the latest in the investigation into a shooting in New Mexico that killed 3 people, including why police are calling it completely random.
And congressional leaders say their latest meeting on the debt ceiling crisis was an improvement. We'll have those stories and much more. It's the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22. Comes right back.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Introducing Hood New England Creamery. Made with premium Hood milk and cream and overloaded with the good stuff. New England Creamery. From Hood for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
Get affordable 3.99% financing on a 4-wheel drive Tacoma.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can it go back in the back?
Yeah, it can go back into the back.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
Get the Samsung Galaxy S23 free. No trade-in needed from US Cellular.
I kissed it? Yes.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back. Well, we still don't know why an 18-year-old opened fire on the streets of a small New Mexico community Monday, killing 3 people. Police are calling the shooting a completely random act. Fox's Lauren Green has the story.
Shirley Boita, Melody Ivy, and Gwendolyn Schofield. Their untimely deaths have left a void that can never be filled.
3 women in their 70s and 90s were killed in Monday's mass shooting in the small community of Farmington in northwest New Mexico. According to police, the women were driving through the area when they were shot by an 18-year-old local high school student roaming the streets, shooting at random.
Indiscriminately fired at least 6 houses and 3 vehicles.
Several people were also wounded, including 2 police officers, before the gunman was shot and killed by police. Authorities are still trying to figure out a motive.
This incident appears to be purely random and had no specific targets or motives that we can identify at this time.
According to investigators, the shooter lived in the area. He fired at least 3 weapons during the attack, including an AR-style rifle. One of those weapons was legally bought just weeks after his 18th birthday in November.
We have come across some indication that potentially he had some mental health issues, and that's through interviews with involved parties in his life.
As police investigate, members of the community try to make sense of what happened. One woman says she's grateful to be alive. She and her daughter hid between the washer and dryer of the family's laundry room during the shooting.
Found out later on that our car had been hit. My daughter's window had been hit.
The city of Farmington is planning a community vigil for victims Wednesday night. In New York, Lauren Green, Fox News.
Meanwhile, another White House meeting and still no agreement to prevent a potentially catastrophic economic disaster next month. Congressional leaders say their latest meeting was an improvement and that they'll continue to talk. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
Look, it was a good and productive meeting.
Productive, but still no deal. The debt ceiling talks are still miles away from compromise, but inching closer after an Oval Office meeting Tuesday afternoon.
It is possible to get a deal by the end of the week, but we've got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time.
There remains disagreement on how much or what spending cuts there should be. Republicans have said they must have them in order to raise the nation's borrowing cap, avoid a default, and keep paying America's bills.
The policy differences between the parties should not stop Congress from avoiding default. I made clear again today's meeting that default is not an option. America pays its debts.
The White House has named a 3-person team to head the daily negotiations with Capitol Hill. President Biden is off to Japan on Wednesday for the G7 summit, but will cut his foreign trip short, underscoring the tight window for negotiations before the June 1st deadline.
I think he should not leave, and he should focus on the debt limit here at home.
Meanwhile, a group of House Republicans urging Senate leader Chuck Schumer in a letter to cancel the Senate's upcoming recess until a deal can be reached.
The president said he will check in with the leaders later this week to see how talks are going and meet in person once he's back from Asia. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Well, nearly a week after Title 42 expired, illegal border crossings continue to drop, though officials warn the situation may not stay that way for long. Fox's Bill Malugin has more.
New security video obtained exclusively by Fox News shows a large group of migrants crossing illegally into private property in Eagle Pass, Texas, as a Border Patrol boat watches from the river. A National Guard soldier can be seen opening a gate for the migrants. The Texas National Guard tells Fox that soldier is not one of theirs. They say she is a Missouri soldier working for the federal government. In Ajo, Arizona, Border Patrol reports encountering 3 huge groups of more than 200 migrants each in the days after Title 42 expired. Sources tell Fox these migrants came from all around the world. And in the Rio Grande Valley, Texas DPS says a trooper encountered this group of 30 Chinese nationals walking down a road near Roma, Texas, after they crossed illegally. Despite illegal crossings being down sharply in recent days, mass releases continue as capacity remains an issue in some Border Patrol sectors like El Paso. That's where migrants are still camped out on city streets after release.
We thank God and the United States government for welcoming us with open arms. Fully grateful.
El Paso's Democratic Congresswoman blames a federal judge for overcrowding after he blocked Biden administration efforts to mass release migrants without court dates.
That has meant that our processing facilities in El Paso are seriously overcrowded.
And last week, a 17-year-old unaccompanied migrant minor from Honduras died in HHS custody while living in a federal facility in Pinellas County, Florida. Today, the sheriff there announced their investigation found that teen died of an epileptic seizure. He suffered from seizures He didn't have his meds on him, and the sheriff says he told nobody at that facility about his medical condition. Reporting in Brownsville, Texas, Bill Malugin, Fox News.
Russia has launched an intense air attack on Ukraine's capital, that taking place overnight. Fox's Alex Hogan has the latest.
Attacked with hypersonic missiles right now in Kiev. Ooh!
Bright flashes and loud explosions rock Ukraine's capital of Kyiv overnight. Ukrainian air defense officials say they shot down 18 missiles aimed at the capital, including 6 Russian hypersonic missiles, the most fired in a single attack since the war started.
We've heard it all. Even our windows shook. But thank God there were no missiles in our area.
According to Kyiv's mayor, several people were wounded in the attack. Debris also fell across several districts, sparking fires, but so far, no deaths have been reported.
One of the rockets fell near my classmate's house. I think it is very bad.
According to Ukrainian officials, none of the missiles reached their intended targets. They say Russia likely depleted its arsenal of advanced weaponry, making the attack a major loss for Russia's war effort. Moscow, however, says its air attacks destroyed a U.S.-supplied Patriot missile battery stationed in Kyiv. When asked about the claim, Ukrainian officials declined to comment. While the fighting continues in Ukraine, in Russia, another arrest. State media reporting former U.S. Embassy employee Robert Shonov has been detained on a charge of confidential cooperation with a foreign government. The State Department is condemning the arrest.
His role was largely centered around supporting the press and public affairs operations. So again, these allegations are just wholly without merit.
According to the State Department, Shonov is a Russian national who worked at the U.S. Embassy in Russia for more than 25 years. In London, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Texas legislators introduced new legislation in hopes of attracting more filmmakers to the Lone Star State.
And in sports, Maine baseball has won their second straight regular season championship, and some adversity down the stretch has really prepared them for the postseason. We'll be right back.
Roman Reigns has set his sights on the tag team titles. Does this mean the reign of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is over? An all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Here at the Eddington store, we have what you're craving. From Holton Dairy Farm products to our daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. Did I mention we have fresh cut meats? From hamburg to steaks and even fresh produce, we have what you're craving. And while you're here, don't forget your ice cream at the Dairy Bar and homemade whoopie pies. Are you low on fuel? We offer gas, diesel, and propane too. The Eddington store, for more than your average convenience store. We look forward to seeing you.
People always ask me, what's the best mattress? Well, the best mattress for me isn't necessarily the best mattress for you. Bridget and our Sleep Techs will fit you to the perfect mattress. So if you're going to spend a third of your life sleeping on it, shouldn't it be the one for you?
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from Bath Fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
Get affordable 3.99% financing on a luxurious Highlander.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Here and now is when it matters most.
Heavy damage.
Not last month or last week or 48 laps ago when that bumper fell off.
He's done.
Here is where it must be left on the track. The anger, the hunger, the passion, and the drive to do whatever it takes to make it across that finish line first.
Blow those rear tires off us, bud.
Now is when the future is written. In the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Caught on video, Taylor Swift and a security guard developing some bad blood during one of Swift's hometown concerts in Philadelphia. Video shows Swift singing her song Bad Blood at Lincoln Financial Field Saturday, when all of a sudden she stops the singing and tells a security guard to leave a fan alone. In the video, you hear her say she's fine. She then says she wasn't doing anything, before finally yelling, "Hey, stop!" right now, where there is no exact word why the security guard approached the fan and what Swift saw that made her decide to intervene.
Lights, camera, action. The Cannes Film Festival is underway. The red carpet was rolled out for opening day hours before Hollywood's elite were expected to arrive. This year is the festival's 76th edition and the second post-COVID. Natalie Portman and Michael Douglas are among some of the top stars expected to appear in the south of France to promote their films, competing for the coveted Palme d'Or Prize. The festival runs from May 16th to the 27th.
Well, the Texas state legislature is considering a bill that would increase incentives for filmmakers, and a number of actors from the Lone Star State are backing it. Fox's Damali Keith has the story, including what the actors are saying.
Texas used to have a great incentive program that brought hundreds of great movies and shows.
And thousands of jobs for hard-working folks.
And hundreds of millions of dollars to the Lone Star State.
The movie stars are out here in Texas.
I'm Dennis Quaid from Houston, Texas.
I'm proud to be from Texas. I love my home state of Texas.
I'm not from Texas, but I played Davy Crockett.
We love our home state of Texas.
These familiar faces have joined for what's called the Good for Texas campaign as they try to move the film industry from California to Texas, which was once attracting major films.
If the incentive comes back, I think you're going to have a lot of those people who are going to be moving back to Texas or be able to stay home with their, with their families and their kids. And that's thousands of people, actually.
Production goes where the money flows. And so if you have a state like Georgia or Louisiana, New Mexico, and like we joke about, even Oklahoma has a stronger incentive than Texas.
House Bill 3472 is being voted on this week, which would give great incentives to those who make movies here in Texas, where actor Dennis Quaid is currently filming and spoke with me.
Stephenville,
yeah. That's a little tiny town there. That's this beautiful, quaint little town. And you had millions of dollars injected into the local economy to make that series happen there. And that money stays there with the citizens of that town.
Yeah, they got $4 million in like a week and a half.
Well, that would mean many things for Houston. It would generate more jobs and more dollars for the city.
It's going to get spent in the state, and it's going to go to crew members, and it's going to go to restaurants where people eat at, and the hotels where they're put up, Uber drivers.
Hollywood, come to Houston, bring it on. We're ready.
If you would like to see more stars out in Houston and other Texas cities, the movie stars are encouraging you to reach out to Texas lawmakers before Wednesday's vote and let them know you support increasing the incentives for filmmakers. Now, they point out this would create wealth, jobs, and tourism, and promote tourism here in Texas, because who wouldn't want to visit a city where a blockbuster movie was filmed?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good argument right there.
Absolutely sure is.
Yeah. Maybe bring something like that here to Maine. Could be fun.
Oh boy, the wheels are turning already.
Right.
All righty. Well, something else that's coming our way. We have our full 5-day coming up. Keep it right here.
Bring out those jackets and umbrellas. More chances of rain once again today. When are we finally going to clear up, and when can we finally put on some sunscreen and maybe some sunglasses with all that sunshine outside? I'll have the answers coming up.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone, with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5, 2023 Motor Trend SUV of the Year. Lease an Ioniq 5 for $499 a month, including a $7,500 EV lease reward. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint chip with a rich, fudgy swirl. Maine Sweet Blueberry with real, delicious blueberries. And Cape Cod Fudge Shop, packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery. From Hood, for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
Where in America do the best cooks come from? This is MasterChef. United Tastes of America. You'll cook alongside everyone else from your home region.
The South plays dirty.
The West side is the best side.
It looks a lot like a turd emoji.
That's smart cooking.
Yeah. You're handsome.
Can you stop flirting with the judges?
MasterChef United Tastes of America, May 24th on Fox.
Let's roll! The major champions lay everything on the line to be crowned the best. The PBA Super Slam Cup, Sunday at 2 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back, my friends. Our main weather today is brought to you by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop in our store in downtown Belfast. Another nice, pretty nice day out there, I'd say. Wasn't raining all day. It did feel a little bit more muggy here in town. The coast wasn't too bad. Now we're getting in on a couple of showers, but up north it was a different story. Much cooler temperatures, and rain was just coming down and down and down pretty much for most of the day. Even a couple of snowflakes were in Canada earlier today, but guess what? Now temperatures are cooling off, and we're looking at a couple of snowflakes mixing on in right about here. We're not looking at any accumulations. Of course, temperatures well above freezing, but still, it's middle of May. It's a big thing to talk about for sure. Down south, though, of course, no snow. We do have a couple of scattered rain showers and thunderstorms as well. Some severe thunderstorms are happening in Kentucky at the moment, continuing to move on east. But lots of active weather in the west right now. Denver, we're looking at Vegas at the moment, and close to the Portland area into Seattle. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. For us, though, we're going to finally start to clear on out. By tomorrow, we'll start to clear out. We'll see some decrease in clouds throughout the day, and then once again into Thursday, another good-looking day. We'll see a good amount of sunshine. Temperatures will start to warm up. We're looking at maybe a couple more sprinkles left over, well under 1/10 of an inch right by the coast as well. So we are starting to wind down and really wrap this thing up. Winds, though, not so much. We're not done with this just yet. 13-mile-an-hour sustained winds here in town. Look at the coast. We're looking at 16. So nothing crazy, but still definitely something to worry about with these cooler temperatures, making it feel much, much colder, actually, than what the actual air temperature is outside. Tomorrow, though, we're looking at afternoon hours, maybe 1, 2, 3 p.m. More gusty winds will be rolling in. We'll see wind gusts close to 30 miles an hour. Temperatures in the 50s. So tomorrow's going to be that day you really want to bundle up, put on a couple of sweaters maybe, and a hat, because it's going to feel a little bit more chillier for us. Overall, though, the country looks pretty great right now. Besides Atlanta's cooling down slightly, a couple of showers there. The center of the country, same story, a couple of showers keeping things cooler. But look at this, up north, all the way up into Canada. Once again, temperatures really warm back up close to 80 degrees. Tonight, though, chilly temperatures hovering close to 39, scattered rain showers for us, and then we clear up. Tomorrow, chilly temperatures below average, only at around 53 degrees, mostly cloudy, maybe a couple of sprinkles very, very early in the day, early in the morning hours, and then we'll start to clear up. And our extended forecast outlook does show lots of sunshine out there Thursday and into Friday. The weekend, though, more chances of rain will be rolling in with temperatures near average in the 60s and upper 60s. Beth?
It looks pretty mild to me.
Yeah, right.
A little bit of rain sprinkled
but,
in there, but no big.
Yeah, that's common this time of year, but lots of sunshine. That's kind of overpowering that forecast, so we'd love to see that.
I don't mind keeping it cool, literally speaking.
Yeah.
All righty.
You cool cat, you. All right, well, sports is coming up next with Tyler Cruz. Stay with us.
Fake news.
Dirt Road Acres, your #1 trusted dispensary. Dirt Road Acres provides outstanding patient consulting and services to Eastern and Central Maine. Located at the corner of Route 9 and Route 7 in Dixmont. Stop by and see Jen or one of the girls today. Now offering delivery.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Belfast, is sponsored by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit us for a free ranch tour to meet the alpacas or stop in our store on Main Street in Belfast. Griffin's The Other Place, a better flea market where everybody is somebody. Come see us at 368 Augusta Road in Belmont. All Play Family Entertainment Center, fun for all ages with arcade games, candlepin bowling, pool tables, and sports on the TVs.
We got a pie dish.
It's lime curd.
We got to figure this out.
We're back with Crime Scene Kitchen. Your challenge is to recreate the mystery dessert as best you can using only the clues left behind.
It has to be a pie.
This is my kind of cake.
Were you trying to make it messy? Or did it just turn out that way?
What is that?
So good.
Crime Scene Kitchen returns Monday, June 5th on Fox.
Dirt Road Acres, your #1 trusted dispensary. Dirt Road Acres provides outstanding patient consulting and services to Eastern and Central Maine. Located at the corner of Route 9 and Route 7 in Dixmont. Stop by and see Jen or one of the girls today. Now offering delivery.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Ansley Moore, a realtor since 2013, working throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
Back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some hoop. The Celtics tipping off the Eastern Conference Finals against the Heat tomorrow at the Garden. Boston just 4 wins away from reaching the NBA Finals for the second straight year. And standing in their way, the Miami Heat, also for the second straight year. It's actually the third time in 4 years these two are meeting in the conference finals. Boston back at practice on Tuesday after a grueling 7-game series with Philly. And now comes a Miami team that barely got into the playoffs, but they've caught fire ever since. The Heat, they play a tough physical game, different from what we saw against Atlanta and the Sixers. Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla says even though the Heat are an 8 seed, playing Miami will be no day at the beach.
Good team, good coach, experience, been around a long time, and it's two teams that are really, really physical. And so in situations like this, we know each other's strengths, we know each other's weaknesses. It's who's going to bring the mindset, who's going to bring the physicality.
8:30 on Wednesday on TNT. Looking forward to that one. Over the weekend, Maine baseball once again locked up a share of the regular season title. And as our Ryan Sudol reports, despite a recent skid, the players who have stepped up have the Black Bears feeling confident.
Our goal this whole time was just to win regular season champs, push on to the conference championship, then a regional, and then we go on from there.
On Sunday, Maine baseball completed Stage 1, winning their second straight America East regular season title with a series-clinching win against NJIT.
That's awesome. I'm really happy, but celebrations don't happen until after we accomplish our overarching goal.
And the pieces they'll need have really shown up lately. For instance, on Sunday, junior Noah Lewis pitched 6 shutout innings en route to America East Pitcher of the Week honors.
That's good. We really starting to come together as a staff, and it's just a good win on Sunday.
He's definitely like one of the leaders of the staff. He has this mindset of, I'm the best pitcher out here, and I'm going to prove it. He wants to intimidate you, and when he's doing that, you're going to get the outing you got from him this past week.
Elsewhere, with an injury to 9-hitter Dylan McNary, there's been a bench mob forming at the bottom of the order. The bats have stayed hot, so they're doing their job.
To see our guys go out and just compete and just be like, hey, you know what? We're going to do it in a different way. That's really exciting for me as a coach.
Nick White stepped up right away. Sargent, Kez, Mejia, Burrell played this weekend. Plant's been great. McElwain's been great. It's fun.
The Black Bears have gone 5-5 in conference since starting 11-0, but it's not a slump or a cool down to them. It's just baseball.
I mean, obviously, you don't ever want to go 5-5. You wouldn't win every game possible. I mean, but it's part of the game. You know, you're going to lose some, you're going to win some. But I think if we stay strong together, we'll be perfectly fine.
And just because the Black Bears clinched the top seed in the conference tournament, don't expect them to take their foot off the gas in their final series against Bryant.
We're about to get some guys some rest as far as pitching-wise, but we got to go out and win two out of three, go into the series and go into our playoffs, ready to roll.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Wishing them luck the rest of the way. Let's stay on the diamond now. On Monday, Husson baseball and softball learned their first-round opponents for the NCAA tournament, and now we get a little more specific. Game times and schedules have been set for softball. That kicks off Thursday with the Eagles playing Tufts University at 3:30 p.m. That's a rematch of the 2021 regional played here in Bangor. In baseball, we'll head to Mitchell College for their first regional. They start on Friday, and they have the first game of the day, 10 a.m. against 8th-ranked Wheaton College. Wishing the Eagles the best of luck there. Let's stay on the diamond, and we'll move to some high school softball. Nokomis was at the top of Class A North and 11-0 heading into their matchup against Foxcroft Academy on Tuesday. Let's see if they can make it 12. Warriors and Ponies squaring off in Newport for some Class B action. Bottom first, kicking us off, Reagan King up for Nokomis. She gets one just over the third baseman's head. In comes Hope Brooks to score. Warriors add to their lead. Top third, Mia Coots doing what she does. She strikes out the side here. What a season she is having so far. Let's go to bottom three. Coots, she's at the plate now, and she's going to get under this one. Sky it to right field. Looks like extra bases, but look at Natalie Cavanaugh with a great catch. That's going to keep a few runs off the board. Later on, Sydney King is up. She is going to rocket one up the middle. Olivia Hill knocks it down, but Jenna Sawtell comes in to score. Warriors roll. They win it 14-4. And for a few other scores from around the area, Brewer girls tennis improves to 11-0 with a win over the Trojans on the island at MDI. Foxcroft baseball picking up a win over Nokomis. In softball, a big Class B matchup, Herman over Old Town in a close one, 4-2 the final there. And Ellsworth heading over to East Machias to take on the unbeaten Washington Academy Raiders. The Eagles put up 7 runs in the final 2 innings. They win it 8-2. And that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Now is the time to consider taking care of your driveway or parking lot. With more than 25 years experience, Harvey Paving and Seal Coating specializes in asphalt maintenance. A fantastic way to extend the life of your asphalt is by taking care of it, and we will fill in all the cracks and seal coat afterwards. This leaves your driveway with a beautiful finish looking like new. Why not increase the curb appeal of your residential or commercial space? Give us a call today at Harvey Paving and Seal Coating for a free quote, 262-0154. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
I think this is it, guys.
When the Martins booked their Verbo vacation home, they really weren't looking for much. A patch of grass for Bruno, a pool for first-timers,
Don't worry, I've got you.
and time with each other. And when they needed support, someone was right there.
I got you.
Because what's unique about a Verbo is you can reach a real person in about a minute.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Belfast, is sponsored by Home Supply Center, a hardware and houseware store in the heart of downtown Belfast. We are the problem solvers. Stop in or call today. Benolio, a mainstay olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and specialty provisions shop lodged in charming downtown Belfast. The Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit us for a free ranch tour to meet the alpacas or stop in our store downtown on Main Street in Belfast.
Mom and Dad, you must be so proud.
We're proud of all of our children.
She has to say that.
Oh, you can't run away from me forever.
Just a heads up, this is my good side.
Yeah.
Bazinga, bazinga, bazinga.
Ah! Are you trying to kill me?
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
This summer, it's the U.S. versus the world.
Unbelievable!
The FIFA Women's World Cup, July on Fox.
Members of Herman's Theater Arts program are gearing up for this weekend's play called Almost Maine. The performance takes place during a Maine winter in a town that could exist anywhere in our state. Herman's theater director Christy Robinson says the play, which will be conducted at the Herman High School auditorium, offers a little something for everyone.
It involves the lives of small town Mainers, which we all know all about that, where everybody knows everybody.
Oftentimes you'll see plays that are like very comedic, but lack the emotional portions of it, and this show is like a very good balance of both.
Almost Maine will be performed Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. at Herman High School. Tickets are $5 for students and seniors and $10 for adults.
8th graders at Holbrook School surprised Camp Capella with a donation following a penny war fundraiser. Jay Spencer is an ed tech at the school. During the summers, he works as a counselor at Camp Capella, offering educational and recreational opportunities to people with disabilities. Spencer organized the penny war, challenging students to collect as much spare change as they could to help raise money for the camp.
We ended up raising over $1,600. Some 14,300 pennies came in for this war. The kids really took a liking to it, and they had a lot of fun with it.
$1,500 raised will cover the entire tuition for a camper this summer.
Certainly a great effort there. Well, some future leaders of tomorrow were celebrated today. Every year, Girl Scouts of Maine recognizes exemplary girls and volunteers for their noteworthy achievements. The highest awards are given to girls who complete community-based action projects that address issues that they feel passionately about, but in a sustainable way. 7 Girl Scouts will receive the highest honor, including Casey Jordan from Lemoyne, Kimberly Spears from Sydney, and Michaela Spooner of New Sweden. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, and just great representation for their state and for other Girl Scouts across the country. Just great to see so much young leadership happening.
I was going to say, yeah, there's a lot of student achievement going on right now. It's so great to see. Remember the STEM Award in Bucksport?
Yeah.
That was tremendous as well. So a lot of great things going on with Maine youth.
Yep, love highlighting all of that.
All righty. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at Fox 22 News. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.